own 88% of the S&P 500. They own everything. And now they want to own all the farmland in our country, and they want to own all of the single-family homes. They've made that decision, and they're targeting them. So all of you probably know examples of people who are about to go into escrow or about to put money down on a home or sign a contract, and at the last minute, somebody comes in with a cash offer and takes that home off the table. And who is that person? It turns out it's an LLC with an ambiguous name, and if you follow the breadcrumbs, it will take you back to BlackRock. So the head of BlackRock, the CEO, is a guy called Larry Fink, and he is also on the board of the World Economic Forum. And as you know, the World Economic Forum gathers in Davos every year, the Billionaires Boys Club, to plan what the world looks like for the rest of us. And their plan they call the Great Reset. And when Klaus Schwab, the head of the World Economic Forum, was asked to describe in a sentence what that means, he said, "You will own nothing, but you will be happy." So they're on their way to doing that. We are now, because of this plan, we are now on our way in this country where 60% of the homes in this country, single-family homes, will be owned by corporations within 6 years. And what that means is that your child, your daughter, your son, who's trying to buy a home, they have to compete with BlackRock for the cost of money. And BlackRock is paying less for money than the biggest billionaire in this country. So the best credit rating, BlackRock pays for it less. There's no way that your child can compete against them. Now, I'm running against two presidents who both spent 4 years in office and who are running on the idea, on the claim that they have brought great prosperity to our country. But I travel around this country. Long before I was running for president, I represent clients all over this country who are fighting large corporations whose lives have been injured. I represent today 1,000 families in Columbiana County, Ohio, whose lives were upended by the Norfolk Southern spill. I represent 10,000 families in West Virginia who were poisoned by PFOAs from DuPont, and people all over the country. And I sit at a lot of people's kitchen tables, and I hear the stories, and they're not about prosperity. They're about despair and disintegration, mental health disintegration, emotional and economic disintegration. I talk to elderly people who are cutting their pills into their prescription to make them last through the week so that they can buy food. I talk to people who choose between food and gasoline. I talk to a young couple sitting in a rental apartment they can no longer afford, listening to a baby cry on their lap and having to wonder whether that baby is $50 sick or $100 sick or $1,500 sick before they bring them to a hospital. They're making choices that we never had to make. The average salary in this country is now $5,000 less than the cost of basic human needs, of food, transportation, and housing. That means if you get the bare minimum of food, transportation, and housing, the average American will owe $5,000 at the end of the year. They're not putting money aside. And what are they doing to meet that debt? They're putting it on their credit card. And Visa, MasterCard, Wells Fargo, Citibank, and Chase are charging them 22% interest. If the mafia did that, it would be called loan sharking, and they'd go to prison.